Good evening and thanks for joining me. I'm Danae D'Arcy. First at 11, someone painted a swastika in a Christian pregnancy center in Eugene, and tonight police want answers. Investigators are still trying to figure out who did this, and so far we do not know of any leads. Here's what the outside looked like today. The front windows were covered with writing saying, quote, "Give us your eggs, kill us now, and we are done with this lie."
I was shocked that somebody would destroy our front windows, and then what it said was obviously targeted at us more than just making a mess on our windows, and it was hurtful.
Detectives are not calling this a hate crime. Well, we wanted to know why. Eugene Police says it does not appear the swastika was, quote, directed towards a specific person or class of people. Now to a developing story. Tonight, police are still trying to cut activists from restraints in a logging protest in southern Oregon. It's all happening in the Elliott State Forest east of Reedsport. KVAL's Alyssa Harrington has the latest.
Tree farms are not forests.
Environmental activists tied to trees, chained to cars. All week, these protesters have been at it. They're from the group Cascadia Rising Tide, protesting plans to cut down 80 acres of native forest for a timber sale.
It's not protecting anything. It's just continuing this cycle of destruction, of habitat destruction, continuing this destruction of our planet.
The protesters built this blockade on Monday. Using cement-filled barrels and overturned school bus and platforms hanging from trees, they stopped loggers from doing their work. Protesters said they would give up their blockade only if the timber buyer sold it back to the state.
He rejected it, of course. We're not going to be blackmailed or held hostage because of an illegal action.
State police warned them to leave or they'd be arrested. Wednesday morning, that's just what officers did. Protesters were arrested for interfering with agricultural operations, a misdemeanor. Officers say many went peacefully, without resistance and without injury, but not without another plan.
Just because we used direct action this time doesn't mean that we don't use other avenues like petitioning and lobbying and rallies. Those are all things that we also believe in. This is just one tactic.
I'm Alyssa Harrington, KVAL News.
Well, half of the protesters left on their own. Police say they plan to make more arrests through tomorrow. Well, the man accused of torturing his pregnant girlfriend faced a Lane County jury today. The jury heard opening arguments in the trial of Kevin Shannon Jones. Jones is charged with 18 domestic violence felonies. Police say he hit the pregnant woman with a hammer and a wrench, burned her with cigarettes, cut her with a knife, and put hot sauce in her eyes. Doctors discovered the injuries when she gave birth to her child. Covering the fire season tonight, crews are still battling the Black Butte 2 fire in central Oregon. The blaze northwest of Sisters is now at 650 acres. Only 10% of the fire is contained. In Springfield, firefighters quickly knocked out a grass fire burning along Interstate 105. The small fire burned along the highway between Pioneer Parkway and Mohawk. One eastbound lane was shut down during the fire. No word yet on what caused it. And in California, people had to evacuate the famous Getty Arts Center in Los Angeles today because of a wildfire there. The fire has jammed up traffic for miles, and tonight, the fire has grown to 80 acres just above Sunset Boulevard. Well, a little cooler in the Willamette Valley today, but what can you expect in the morning? KVAL's Seth Wayne has your wake-up weather.
Another round of mostly cloudy skies in the morning, and then we're talking afternoon sunshine. Here's how we'll wake up in Roseburg, 52 degrees by 7 in the morning. Things are looking good here in Douglas County as we start off your Thursday morning. Eugene and Springfield, about 50 degrees come 7 a.m. In Coos Bay and North Bend, a few clouds. Otherwise, we're looking at those high temperatures in the afternoon in the 60s, but by 7 a.m., 52.
Thanks, Seth. Officers are still trying to piece together what happened in a deadly crash on I-5. 53-year-old Linda Marie Treadaway from Kaiser hit a flatbed truck, drove off the interstate and over a cliff. Her car landed on its top and she died. The accident happened south of Wilsonville. Police arrested a 25-year-old Comcast employee for robbing a check cashing store in Portland. Police say the man hit a female employee in the head with a crowbar and then stole money. Witnesses say he was driving a Comcast van and wearing his Comcast uniform. A Comcast spokeswoman says the company is, quote, appalled and is cooperating with police. In our new economy tonight, tough times have people looking to untraditional ways to boost their income. How about selling your eggs or donating sperm? Well, some people do and say the business is bringing in big bucks. More couples than ever are looking for help, and demands in some states are up 50%.
There's becoming more and more need for donor eggs as women put off childbearing due to furthering educations, careers, later marriages, remarriages.
If you choose to donate an egg, you only get paid once you pass all of the health criteria and a family selects your egg to use. For sperm donation, it can take 6 months before payment because it has to be tested for genetic disease. Now to saving you money, another chic but cheap date idea. For a mostly free date, you can explore artists' interpretation of romance. Portland, Oregon has several free museums, and in Eugene, there's the Jordan Schnitzer Museum of Art on the U of O campus. On Wednesday nights, you can pay as you wish for the Muse evenings. That means you can make a $1 donation for admission. And the first Friday of every month, admission is free. Romance your sweetie by taking in some culture this summer. That's today's chic but cheap date. I'll have another idea tomorrow as we get closer to the weekend, which is prime dating time. That's saving you money. And here is something you can do for free. The City of Eugene Aquatics program is offering free swimming this weekend. That's happening at the Echo Hollow Pool. That's Friday through Sunday. You can enjoy the pool in the afternoons between 1 and 3:30. The pool also has a fitness center and a hot water spa. A statewide paint recycling program could begin as soon as January. Right now, almost 1/3 of Oregonians' 36 counties do not recycle paint. Well, paint's the state's #1 household hazardous waste product. Paint companies would operate and pay for the program, which is being developed by the Department of Environmental Quality. As you may have noticed on KVAL News at 11, we have a new look and format. Our goal is to interact more with you and get your feedback on news stories. Well, Diana sent in an email this morning about the newscast. She says it's sometimes interesting to get the man on the street view, but that has a face and name attached. Hearing what someone has to say means nothing to me. Virginia says, we recently retired and moved from San Diego to Eugene. We are very pleased and impressed with the new KVAL format and your presentations. I'd like to know what you think, and let me know if you have suggestions. Send an email to kvalnews@kval.com. We might use your comments on air.
You're watching KVAL News, honored with the Best Newscast Award by the Associated Press.